Hello. Tian here of tianconneton.com and also the creator of the Pattern Partnership membership site. I am back here to give you a quick update. It's been another week, so I want to give you another update on my 90-day sprint. We are up to week 5, and I want to share with you what's been working and what hasn't been working. So my goal was to sell copies of my book and masterclass to hit a particular revenue goal. Just to be totally transparent, my goal, I'm not there yet, which happens. I know a lot of coaches and folks like that always are like, yeah, I'm hitting my goals, I'm 3x and 5x in. I'm going to be honest, I'm not there yet. Was my goal super ambitious? Yeah, because that's who I am. Do I think I should modify it? Probably, but I won't. Because the steps that I am taking to get to that goal, while I'm not hitting those particular goals, I'm hitting other metrics. And that's important to me because in the long run, those things will really help grow my business so that this goal that I have, while I might not be hitting it now, going on to month 2, as I'm going into month 2, I'm not at the rate that I want, that I'd hope to be at this point, but I'm still hitting so many other metrics beyond what I had hoped, if that makes sense. So I am seeing growth in my YouTube channel, followers, views. I'm seeing growth in my Instagram, following, views, comments. I'm seeing growth in pattern sales. The goal is to sell more of the book and the masterclass. However, I am seeing exponential sale in other individual patterns, which I am not adding into my goal, my target goal amount, because that wasn't the original goal. I could modify it, but I want to see what I can do with this particular goal, and then everything else is just gravy. It's just extra, which those extras are coming in really, really handy. They are doing amazing. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So the amount of sales that I would normally get on Ravelry and my website have grown a lot since I've started this 90-day sprint. So even though I'm not hitting the target that I set, I'm hitting other metrics, and those are really adding up really, really well. My email list is growing. I'm sending out more email consistently to the weekly yarn group. So those are folks who are interested in patterns, knit and crochet. So they're seeing weekly patterns and they are taking action when I do send out those emails. What else? So if you are following me along on this journey, you've created your own 90-day sprint and you are finding it hard to really hit your target, I don't want you to lower your goal just so you could say, oh, I hit my goal. I don't want you to do that. I want you to push yourself, stretch your capacity and what you can do. And as I am going through this process, I'm constantly looking to see what's working, what isn't, what I like doing, what I don't, what I will continue to do long term versus something that I try, I like, it's not for me. So this is really about understanding my business a lot more. I'm pivoting into other things. I'm creating more systems and processes, which has allowed me to have more time to do other things. So I'm not designing as much, but I am talking more about the patterns that I have out there. So even though I am not hitting the monetary goals that I have set, I'm not putting out a lot of expenses. Because as you know, writing a pattern takes time, it takes money, it takes energy. So every time you put out a new pattern, there are expenses that are involved with the pattern writing and publishing process. So every time you do that, you have to think about how much did I make for this pattern and minus how much did it cost. For me right now, I don't have that cost. So everything that I'm doing is pretty much a profit, right? Minus the time that I'm putting into creating the content. Besides my time, everything else is just profit. So even though a lot of us, when we are putting out new patterns, we might be like, oh, I made so much. You got to really think about the expenses that went into creating that pattern and the bottom line profits. What did you make? So for me, it's not necessarily about revenue coming in. It's about, okay, top line revenue minus expenses. What's my revenue? What's my profit? And that is more important to me than saying, oh, I made X amount of dollars. Okay, great. But how much did you put into creating that money? What's the expense? When you take off that expense, how much did you actually make? And I think a lot of designers forget that part. We forget that there's expense that go into creating new patterns. And the more you create, the more expenses you're generating. So whatever you're making, what's your bottom line profit margin? So even though I am, and I'm going to stress this again, even though I am not hitting all those target goals, monetary goals I have, I am seeing other aspects of my business picking up. I'm getting calls and emails and things from folks who want me to go teach a class, teach a retreat, do things like that. And while those won't count towards the 90 days, because I'm not signing contracts right now, I might not sign contracts or I might not get paid for those things until after the 90-day end, I am still counting those as wins, because me showing up, me being more visible is helping my business grow. And it's not just about these 90 days and hitting a particular goal. It's the energy I'm putting out into the world. It's the visibility. It's my messaging. It's really connecting with my audience. And the more I do this, the better it will be in the long run. So maybe this 90-day sprint, I don't hit my goal, but I have so many things in the pipeline that the next 90 days, I might not have to work as hard to hit those goals. So after this 90-day end, I'm probably going to do another 90-day. And I think for me, that's going to work well for my business, where I do a 90-day, maybe take a little break and then do another 90 days. And then knowing that every 90-day, I'm lining up stuff for the future. I'm not just thinking about what I'm going to make now. I'm really thinking about the future and lining up new business, new opportunities. So if you are following along, really take to heart, what is your business looking like at the end of this 90 days? Are you only focusing on generating revenue now? Or are you setting up systems and processes in place so that you can see growth in the future? Because we want our business to be constantly growing. And I'm going to end with this last point. I coach a lot of women of color, women in this industry. And I feel like sometimes we don't understand how to run businesses. And, it starts out as a hobby. A lot of us fall into this. But we really need to understand how to create and generate revenue, how to talk about our businesses, how to have this daily habit of going out and bringing in new business, how to bring in revenue, how to grow our audiences. So that's what I'm hoping, that if you're watching this series, you're picking up some things that you can use in your business. I hope that you can see that it's not all about just selling patterns. It's not all about creating and publishing new patterns. It's about thinking about the long term. How do you want your business to grow? It's about what do you want to be known for, and stepping into that and letting folks know who you are so that your name will come up in conversations that you're not even involved in, right? So, and what that might look like is that I want to be known for sweaters and sweater designs. I was just in St. Louis teaching at a retreat, and those women came to the retreat who knew me. They followed me on social media, and I recognize some of them, but a lot of them I didn't know. And that's because of the messaging that I'm putting out there, that folks know who I am, see what I'm about, and know that we are in this together kind of attitude. And that was really important for me when I'm talking about my business, to really connect with folks who want to grow their who want to grow as knitters and crocheters, not just so they can make all the fancy stuff, but want to make stuff that fits their bodies. And I got invited to that retreat because of all the things that I'm talking about. It's because I'm known for that, and people resonated with that. Okay? So figure out during these 90 days, if you're doing the sprint with me, figure out what you want to be known for. Figure out what rooms you want to be in, what conversations you want to be a part of, even if you're not physically there. People are talking about you. What are they talking about? Okay? So that's it. Use these 90 days to really step into who you are and who you want to be known for. And know that, yeah, you might have this grand goal, but also look at what else is coming in. Look at what else is growing as you are pursuing this one thing. For me, the goal is to hit a number in revenue, but I am seeing so many different aspects of my business growing, and that is something I knew would happen, but I didn't realize it would have such a massive impact on my business. And that's what I want for you too. So I hope you're following along. I hope you will give this 90-day sprint experiment a try. It might not make or break your business, but it's going to give you so many different insights into your business and how you can move forward. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, my name is Tian Connaughton. I am the creator of the Pattern Partnership for knitters and crocheters to grow their fiber business. I'm also the author of the book Cardigans for Everybody, because everybody is worthy, and that book is really about helping you with all the math and the thought process and the swatching to help you make sweaters that fit your body exactly the way your body is. Stop worrying about changing your body to fit patterns. Instead, change the pattern to fit you, because you're worthy exactly the way you are. Bye for now.